coming to please. He was real brave and he had a girl to please. For the queen he was no wheeling dealer. Though she heard the things he done, she believed he was a holy dealer. No good deal her son. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. There was a cat that really was gone. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. It was a shame how he carried on.
But when his drinking, lusting, and his hunger for power became known to more and more people, the demands to do something about this outrageous man became louder and louder.
Just gotta go, declared his enemies. The ladies beg, don't you try to do your thing. All this Rasputin had lots of hidden charms. So he was playing rude, they just fell into his arms. Then one night, some men of highest men set the trap going up to lane. Come to visit, and they kept him in, and he really came. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. They put some poison into his wine. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. He drank it all and said I'm fine. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. They put some poison into his wine. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. He drank it all and said I'm fine. Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. They didn't quit, they wanted his head. Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. And so they shot him till he was dead. Oh, those Russians.
Hello and welcome. It is another episode of Re-Caffeinated or Sparky's Tech Corner. Sorry about that, just because of what's happening in Russia and Ukraine. I just felt it appropriate to play that song, so it's just it's funny to me. With everything that's happening, I probably need to jump into Discord so people who want to talk can talk. Okay, so I'll be in Robot Masters. Anyone who wants to come in and talk, I'll be in Robot Masters. I'm celebrating for the usual lot of like Rogue and Jim Max, and well, I'd like to have Pin on, but she doesn't want to come around no more for some reason, so we'll just have to do what we can without her. And while that's going on, it'd be nice if I had somebody else in here, because I still need to find my damn cigarettes. I don't know where they're at. I think they're in the truck still. So I just don't want to get up and walk away, even though I've done that plenty of times beforehand, but usually I have someone talking. So this just might be one of those days where I'm by myself and I'm doing absolutely nothing. Or I can probably get a couple people in here and, well, talk. Because that's what I do.
Or you just wait and a demon might show up.
Well, that's what I was doing too. It's like one to three things are gonna happen. A demon's gotta show up up here and start talking whispering sweet nothings in my ear, or someone's gotta jump in and just start randomly chatting. It's one of those aspects.
True. I was gonna propose an offer. You get to choose between a red pill and a blue pill, but it.
Hey! if you look at the screen,
I am looking at the screen.
Okay. Here's the problem with your offer. I have a pill that is red and blue.
See that's what I was gonna kind of lead towards eventually. Like there's probably pills that have
red and blue.
Yeah.
They're multicolored. It's like You want a red pill, a blue pill, a black pill, a white pill? What kind of pill do you want? It's like, bitch, I got multicolor inside those little fucking dots, and it's like multiple colors. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, I got multi-flavored.
Yeah, they took my potential away from me the moment Morpheus offered somebody a red and blue combination. I'm going, oh, great. So there goes that deal. Okay, we got to come up with something new.
Anyways. Yeah, that's... I know you're not a fan of music, but I felt it appropriate to play the Rasputin song at the beginning of the show. Just because of what's going on.
Good actual music selection, honestly. Very, 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 those Russians. No, I have to kind of look at it from, multiple different perspectives, and I find it hilarious, especially if you look at news reports the way how they are. Most of the Ukrainian soldiers have abandoned their fronts, and
yeah, fuck this shit, we're out. It's weird.
Yes, I know. It's like, I thought these people were here to, I don't know, protect all of Ukraine. But, hey, man, Squatch, how you doing? Yeah, no, it is quite fascinating to watch. Was it, Zelensky's not happy with the fact that, there's now a no-fly zone around his area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a discussion.
Keep talking. I'm running out to the truck. I can still hear you on the headset. I'm trying to find my cigarettes.
No. I kind of gathered. I did have a slight conversation with a birthday boy known as Dragoneth yesterday. Kind of covering a bit of it. We were trying to figure out. No, was it Dragon or was it Nemo? I think it was Nemo. Because we did the two shot at the bar and we did a bit of covering on it, opening of it. I have to do a bit of editing to push it up for the Monday streamage. And he was asking exactly where I saw this ending, and according to the Ukrainian map, or I believe it's probably going to stop right either at the mountain line, or it actually will stop near the river. They'll take over that line, and they'll give up the rest of Ukraine to the rest of the Allied forces. They can have it for NATO, technically separating Ukraine, dividing it into an east and west. If Ukraine wants to continue.
Cool. Another wall.
The funny thing is if you look at the current history of Ukraine already was in a war against its true rival.
No. Another wall.
No. I know another. We are in the Ukraine history. They were just completing or in the middle of a war with the two free states that the Russians have pretty much said, yeah, we're claiming them, we're going to defend them. So this has been it's been a long going issue since 10 years ago, give or take. So now people just seemed very interested of Ukraine because, hey, natural gas is being found in pockets just outside of the Black Sea where they have, land ownership over. So, yeah. I find it hilarious, but if you look at the giant operation as it is, and you're looking from all different perspectives, big tech in the Western side wants to shut down because, hey, our governments who are in control of big tech says Russia bad, Putin bad. So we've got to go with that narrative, and this will be the easiest way to.
Well, it's the easiest way, but it's like you're isolating. Time out. I don't want to be the one to say it, but I think I've got to be the one to say it here. That's very racist.
It is.
So yeah, all the bullshit that Biden was standing up for is just that bullshit. Yep. And I want to make a side note here too. Ukraine is being very racist too.
Yes, it is. I mean, so are the polls. So I mean, yeah, we can probably give them excuses and reasons of why they're being the way they are, because these people don't have the proper documentations on it to cross over the borders. But neither do most of the Ukrainians that are crossing over the borders. So,
well, And there's another aspect to this whole deal that should scare every single fucking person to death. And it's not Russia. It's not the nuclear missiles in Russia. It's not Ukraine. It's nobody over there. Hell, it's not even our own fucking government. It's the tech companies. Because they pulled something out of their ass that ought to scare every single fucking person to death, okay?
It worries me that if the tech company is able to shut down all forms of communications going forward, and leak out as much propaganda as they can possibly muster that benefits whatever their ideal
bank accounts, movies, games, everything. That's scary.
If they can do that to a country, just because, hey, you got a madman at the helm, whether you like Putin or not, what does it prevent them from doing it to people, average citizens?
Exactly. We've seen some of this leveraged with the whole Canada BS.
Oh yeah,
and with the January 6th BS.
Yep.
But this ought to be very fucking jarring and awakening for people.
You would think.
It's like that terrifies me more than the prospect of Putin launching nukes.
As a bargaining chip to, do what he needs to do to secure his borders.
Yeah.
They're not. He's securing his borders. I mean, any good nation, whether they feel threatened in some way. I mean, look, you had a Cold War against Cuba for whatever reason. You sanctioned those fuckers to a point, and all because, you had, I don't know, the USSR having missile bases happened to be in the general area. And you all freaked. And you did that for decades afterwards. So
well, I mean, it's not fully known of all of Putin's reasonings.
Yeah.
I mean, we know some, but one, some of that is speculation. And two, it's just a misdirect, I would think. Because I do find it funny that 18 labs that belong to the US in connection to Wuhan were one of the first targets that got hit.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but you know what? Arthur on Original Brands, he put it quite nicely. I mean, it's it's quite convenient.
Yeah, no, it is kind of, look, I mean, the average idiot can probably go out and find their information how they want to find it from all different sources of media. If you're going to stick with just the mainstream media, the old oligarchy, you're going to get their propaganda that they're told to preach. Whether they told that company line or not, they're supposed to preach that. You've seen it before. We've seen it multiple different times where they recite the same fucking speech, and it doesn't matter what channel you turn it on, it's the same fucking speech.
Yeah, so, they just basically regurgitate talking points. That's it.
Yeah. And it's from the left and the right, especially in that media department. Now, if you go to independent news, which is available to everybody, especially if you have a VPN, you can go everywhere. You get different, talking points and different narratives. And the most logical thing to do is to listen from people from the right-hand spectrum and the left-hand spectrum. Me being a libertarian, I try to find as much on both sides so I can get a middle ground.
Hey, Wesley. Oh, Wenslayer.
Wesley, what are you doing? It's the same fucking person. And no, you're not first. You're second. Look up above you there, buddy. Man Squat showed up before you.
Yeah, Man Squat showed up whenever music was playing. That's been about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you can say that you're being, dealing with weeb shit, but still. You're late. You're late.
For a very important date for us.
But no, so going forward, you want to be able to look at both sides of the information. Like for example, with Arthur going over the Canadian moment that we had, that brief hiccup for about 3 weeks, known as the Freedom Convoy. I was like, going to just make sure you get the right data. Try not to listen to our propaganda news up here in Canada, because again, it's state-funded media. We are very careful and cautious with that.
Oh God.
Cleaning my room. That's what you're calling it? Sparky,
I gotta share this.
Yeah, kinda.
I gotta share this.
Jeez. Making room for my gaming PC that still hasn't come. You know what? That's all on you. That's all on you. And I would wait before making room. Make sure it does show up, because otherwise you're just cleaning up a room for no reason.
Yeah, and don't buy from Artesian builds.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that actually works. I like that. That's actually pretty good.
It's
It's actually
why not both?
that would be considered the purple pill.
Oh no, it's not mixed, it's separate.
No, I know, but once it gets in there, that is the purple pill. Jeez. But yeah, no.
Dr. Sparkyo.
Yeah, pretty much. Me, it's Dr. Sparkyo.
God, that even works.
Woohoo!
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no, god damn it. But I have the same kind of mindset when it comes down to other forms of media, such as, I don't know, gaming media. It's almost like I spent a good quality time being a complete troll on the internet for, I don't know, a simple statement that we should have more ethics in game journalism. But still,
Not a bad thing.
you think you want that, right?
You would think.
But apparently people just want to, pre-order games that might be broken or might have some issues. So...
We have a wild guild that showed up. What is up? It's been a hot minute.
It usually is.
Yeah. But no, I do find it funny that, like I said, all these labs in Ukraine got bombed by Russia, and a week later, oh, it's safe. You can take the masks off and stuff like that. Why? Because you just lost your fucking virus producing machine.
Pretty much. I mean, I again, like I said, I find it hilarious that when you have the Russian army storming down certain streets and that, you have all these empty tanks and military bases, camps, and that be looking for Ukrainian soldiers, and you can't find one. I find that hilarious.
Well, I find it funny too.
Yeah, but then you go on to the TikToks or not really the TikTok, but you go to the Facebook and all that kind of stuff, and they showcase models and that sporting airsoft guns. Airsoft guns, yes. And we're going to fight not Ukrainians, Russians with these airsoft guns. Okay.
It's it's not only that. It's the fact that we've heard a lot of breakthrough stories when this whole thing first started, like Snake Island. A couple Ukrainian soldiers got killed. Turns out they didn't get killed. They surrendered. They got taken to Ukraine. They got offloaded. They got given food and water, and they went about their ways. I mean, they wasn't prisoners of war. It wasn't anything like that. You have apparently it was supposed to be a Russian tank running over a car. Well, it wasn't a Russian tank. It was a Ukrainian tank. It wasn't even a tank. It was an APC or something like that.
APC.
Yeah.
APC.
And then you see the video of what was stated as a Russian plane coming down, flying and launching a missile, looked like into a house. It comes out. That was a MiG-22. That's a Ukrainian plane.
Look, for an army of give or take 200,000 with about 500,000 in reserves, they aren't doing very well on keeping the line. Their citizens have pretty much all fled to a point. They keep going towards areas that are farther away from the front line. How the military is recreating their front line multiple different times. So it's an easy push.
Well, it is,
Russians
and
don't.
well, I see another one. It's like Russia is bringing in civilian vehicles and other things to reinforce like the main front lines for the abilities. And a lot of people's going, "Oh, they're running out of military vehicles. They're using civilian vehicles." No, that's not how this works. I guarantee they're not using the military. They got plenty of military vehicles. Why not use civilian vehicles?
Correct. I mean, who's to
It's
say they have? Who's to say that they haven't employed certain Ukrainians to redo the to redo the grids? I mean, there is no one there except for whatever citizens that can't leave. So, what better way to keep those citizens happy by restoring certain degrees of powers to certain areas? Water and that has been damaged. Certain infrastructures need to be reinstalled. I don't see the Ukrainian soldiers making sure that doesn't fail. Most of them are booking it to the front line in civilian gear.
yeah. Oh,
So,
Gil says can't complain. Interested on your thoughts on World War III. So you want to share your thoughts and then I'll share mine.
actually, my personal thoughts is I'm pissed off at you, Wesley. Like, how many times have I told you stop pre-ordering games? Wait until they come out, then buy them if they're not broken.
Where'd that come from?
Let's see here. Wesley goes neat after we get hashtag Dr. Sparkles. We have Gil Eve.
Oh, I see. I pre-ordered
Wesley,
2 games.
I pre-ordered 2 games: Triangle Strategy, Rune Factory 5. What did I tell you, Wesley?
Why
Don't
pre-order
do it.
games? Don't pre-order games.
It's like pre-ordering movies that haven't even come out yet. That's bad.
Yeah, they're at the correct way. I pirate it, and then after I watch it and I like it, then I buy it.
Yeah, no, that is usually what most should try to do if they can. But no, there's a reason why you have reviewers and that they're out there, and I mean proper.
Like, yeah, it's like it's like this. Like, yeah, I pirated Ghostbusters Afterlife, and then we sit down and we did a watch club here on the channel, which that movie should be coming out in a bit. But afterwards, well, it's not available. Well, I know it's available on YouTube. But at the time, it was not available.
It was the time it wasn't, but
yeah, it was still in theaters. And then after I got done watching it, oh, I like this, so I went and watched it in the movie theaters.
Yeah,
it's like it's like piracy can be a bad thing, but piracy can also be a good thing. It's like
it could be beneficial for all parties when it comes down to even in all forms of entertainment, like it or not, including the gaming industry. It could be an incentive to have other people who are very kind of hesitant on the fences to see whether this is justified for their expenditure. Like it or not, it's free to watch. It is a shitty version of it, yes. The audio could be very tinny. The picture could be very hazy at best because again, it's somebody's cam that they've brought into whatever nation that was airing it first, and there you go. This is your copy to assess whether it's got a good plot, a good direction, that you want to see more of the actual cinematography, things like that.
yeah. Well, it's like what the Ghostbusters 2016. I seen that thing pirated and I hated it. I said I was never gonna buy it, and then I happened to find a brand new copy of the DVD in a Walmart parking lot, and I went inside and I demanded a refund, and I got one.
Yep.
So it's
Geez, I waited for Elden Ring. And how did that go? How did that go that you waited for Elden Ring? Because from what I understand, for Elden Ring on the PC market, it's kind of questionable. It is more of a console game. For some, you may have some errors that will show up, but realistically, it's console for the most part dependent. Decent game. Just as they say, Dark Souls mixed in with Breath of the Wild. It's just a reskinning, in my mind. It's a Dark Souls.
Well, anyways, I'm gonna move to the whole Artesian builds. So, what have you heard of that one?
The Artesian builds?
Yep.
Not a whole of a lot for the most part. I probably know something.
All right. So here's the lowdown of it. Artesian Builds is a boutique PC builder on Twitch. He primarily goes on Twitch, but he has a YouTube channel.
Yes.
They were doing what they called what was it? I can't remember the name of it now, but it was a sponsored build giveaway for I can't remember the term now. I can't remember the fucking wording that they use. Delegate, not delegate. Well, whatever they use. In order to get into this giveaway, you had to be sponsored by them. You had to have their little thing for the PC build dashboard thing in your Twitch description. And there's a couple other things. And what ended up happening was a streamer by the name of Kia ended up winning. And then live on stream, and she fit all the criteria. Now note, this is a sweepstakes type giveaway.
Yeah.
During the stream, they decide, because she was not big enough, they changed the rules.
Oh, Jesus.
And then they berated her. Hang on. I just gotta show you this. But anyways, they mocked her, they berated her, they made fun of her low numbers, and then basically said that, yeah, we're not gonna give you the PC. And then celebrated the fact of, oh, yeah, she's in America, so even if it wasn't, we would have saved buku money on shipping because this wasn't worthwhile. Well, anyways, you can kind of guess how that went over.
Yeah, just like a fart in church, right?
Yeah, I guess. Anyways, here's a
ambassador. Yeah,
ambassadors. That's what it was.
Thank you.
All right. So I'm going to share this.
Yes. Okay. Say it's good that we have Wesley around every now and then. He does do it. He does.
I was sitting there going, I know what the time is like. It's ambassador. That's what it was. All right. Anyways, here you go.
I'm looking at it.
Rules last minute.
I didn't even read the name.
2K followers is under my threshold. 3 days ago is within my threshold. Long streams, which is good. An Artesian builds div panel.
Artesian builds, yeah.
See if you have redeeming qualities.
What happened if he's personally bought 10 PCs?
She
I guess
could be international.
No idea who you're looking.
I obviously.
I'm over here.
No, not international. America. Cheap shipping.
No, this means they don't have to pay for shipping.
Thank goodness.
From Australia.
Active
nice.
Media.
So Australians will potentially have to pay like duties, for example. I think it's worth it.
I think we can see somebody sniffing for something.
She continued with, "You hear this man's voice? He's belittling me. It's slander and defamation of my stream and me as a person. I won that PC fair and square. The rules say that you need the Artesian panel in your Twitch about, and I do have it. So what's the issue?"
And he will do it.
Yeah. Well, what is the issue? He's sniffing for something.
All followers combined still under 5K, even across multiple socials. I was trying to be generous. That's a tough one.
Because there's bound to be repeats if you're in multiple.
I know. That's also true. Let's go into the analytics dashboard.
Why are we doing this?
Spicy.
The reason, like what? Sorry, not everyone has money for a PC. It's expensive. So condescending. Artesian builds do better. I earned that PC. This makes me feel like I'm not a good streamer.
These babies.
Oh, and there's the re-roll. Here's the reason, chatter babies. Here's the reason. This person has 3 months of ambassadorship and not a single click.
Ooh, not a single clip.
Not a single click. Not even once.
A little rough. So it sounds
Purged.
now they're re-rolling.
This is an ambassador giveaway, and you've got to be.
This story began making the rounds very early on, and in response to this situation, we
Anyways, I'm not gonna listen to his deafening voice no more. Yeah, we're fine to set after. But anyways, the computer building community kind of got wind of this, and Jay's 2 cents actually stepped up and built her a computer that day, and then sent it to her in response, and they. Basically, Artesian Builds has been lambasted from front to back, left to right, and they have been beaten and left out to dry.
They should be, because though I really don't follow a lot of the sweepstakes that are out there, because again, like, I hate to break it to everybody, but they're rigged. Clearly, you can see it, rigged. Like it or not, yeah, this kind of flew under my radar, and then kind of going over what you've explained to me what the rules were, and this particular person who qualified and won fair and square, failed to comply with a new rule set that was just seemingly added into. But you can see that
It was added.
you could regardless, you could clearly see that the guy in the Michael Jackson type leather jacket was seriously
They been calling him Star Lord.
whatever. It looks like one of those like badly faded Michael Jackson jackets that you find in the 80s that's been around for God knows how long. Yeah. He was looking for a reason not to give it to her.
Yeah. And
So-
he is a big streamer. He has like I think 300,000 on Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that. Combined, I don't know. But yeah, you don't. The way this is you put that panel on your deal, and there's some sort of compensation between between them and the person that's putting your panel. You're basically piggybacking off of smaller streamers to make yourself bigger.
Correct.
And if you do that, well, there's nothing wrong with it, but you kind of need to pony up and stick to your guns and stuff like that.
I really think that they were hoping to hook a whale of a deal, meaning that a larger streamer like PewDiePie or something like that, somebody who has a huge degree of social presence and so on and so forth, that's kind of fallen back to play Minecraft instead of doing the whole niche market of being a huge human troll. But you know, they were hoping for the whale that they could latch onto to make themselves a lot bigger. But because of the factor that a lonely scrub showed up and done one, yeah, like I said, it just felt like even watching as the Asian dude who was putting together a computer, yeah, that white dude, he was trying to find a reason to to not include the analytics, the really, you're gonna go through social blades and all that kind of stuff for a contest? Ooh, ooh. Also, you should never put the actual official winner on air if you haven't decided where the rig is going to be. So that's a failure on their end.
Yeah.
And they got put on blast.
Yeah, here's Linus tips. Because it came out that this guy wanted to be he wanted to do stuff with Linus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, guess what? Linus heard about all this, so here we go.
I have a spicy take to start us off with. What's the title of the show? Never hate on your community?
Never hate on your community, yes.
Does that mean you can't make fun of Twitch chat anymore?
Twitch chat's not my community.
No, they don't count.
No.
Okay, sounds good.
They're awful people. I never want to be associated with Twitch chat. Love you, Twitch chat.
Okay. Starting us off.
Yeah. So I have to confess, I was not keeping abreast of this whole drama. So it's been summarized for me here by one Nicolas Palouf, and I'm gonna hope that he's got all the details right. But basically, Noah Katz, CEO of Artesian Builds, who I have to confess I had never heard of before. The first thing that I said when I heard all of this was, "I'm sorry, who?" And it's
Me
like
too,
it's not a
to be
knock.
honest.
There's literally 1,000 boutique PC builders out there. I mean, hell, I think both you and I probably qualified as boutique PC builders
At one point in time.
at some point in our lives.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
I would try to find people who needed builds done, and I would go to attic.ca and ncix.com, and I would use my Premier Partner membership to get slightly better pricing and pass my savings onto my pocket while you pay the full price. You know, like
Of course. That's how contractors work.
it's actually how it works.
Yeah.
So I just can't I can't keep track of every possible boutique builder out there. So it's not a knock against them.
And I think if I could make an assumption, I believe they mostly sponsored streamers, and neither of us really watch streams.
Right.
So
So
that's probably part of it as
that's
well.
probably part of it. What is a knock against them is what happened next.
Oh, yeah.
They seem to have some kind of program where they do giveaways of like gaming PCs. They stream building them. Apparently, they're a pretty significant PC builder streamer. The only one that I really know is Robitech.
Yeah.
And that's only
Robitech's
because
awesome.
we collabed with Robitech. Seems like a super swell dude.
Yeah.
But apparently they're one of the bigger PC build streamers. And on their stream, they drew an eligible streamer, Kia Pia?
I don't know.
Kia
but
Pia? Well, whatever. This is
that's
Wow.
cool. I know
this
that.
is the channel. Okay. Oh, intended for mature audiences. Well, I certainly won't be looking at that. I'm not a very mature boy.
No, you.
Drew an eligible streamer for a giveaway, then refused to give it to her because she was not popular enough. She hit
Which was not part of the criteria. just
she
to be
hit
clear.
every other criteria except this was the quote: 2,000 followers is under my threshold.
Which was not defined.
And then some. This is okay. All followers combined still under 5K across multiple socials. I was trying to be generous. What? Trying to be generous. Here's the reason. This person has 3 months of ambassadorship and not a single click. This is an ambassador giveaway, said Noah Katz, CEO of Artesian Builds.
Which they are, to be clear. They were an ambassador. Well, not anymore. They were an ambassador.
Yeah,
though.
so my understanding is the requirement is that you have to have a link to them in your bio or
There's like a little banner thing.
Yeah, okay. And then what were the other requirements? You have to
Honestly, I hated the video. It was so cringy to watch that I don't fully remember because I haven't rewatched it since like the beginning of the scandal. But I think it was just you just had to be an ambassador. To be an ambassador, I know you had to have the thing in the description, the banner.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I'm not really certain. I don't think it was very much.
Huh, okay, sure. So basically
And the deal was that if someone clicks through and buys the computer, you get a kickback.
I see. Okay. And basically, because there was no click through and no sales, they kind of changed the rules on the fly after having drawn someone live And
Yes.
then
who did have the banner and had the banner as well. Like they didn't just add it quickly for the stream. It was already there. It had already been there.
So here's the thing.
And then they roasted them. It's not like they just said no, which was already bad. Because honestly, if you wanted to do a giveaway and you're like, okay, to be eligible for the giveaway,
you
have
can
to
see the
have
defeat
this
in
many
his face.
click-throughs or this many subscribers or whatever. That's its own thing. But if there's none of those terms laid out, and then the person doesn't meet your magical in your head requirements, and then you just roast them for it live, and then like do this like success fist bump, like, yes, we were able to not give it to this small struggling streamer. He obviously didn't say that, but like he was very stoked with himself that he was able to deny this person the computer.
So here's the thing.
Scummy.
If you're going to have an ambassadorship program, if you want to get the benefit of a whole whack load of small streamers going out there and putting your banner under their streams, which cumulatively I have to assume is non-negligible, then you're going to have to eat it once in a while and give a prize to someone that might not have an amazing ROI for your business from like a dollars and cents standpoint. And at the end of the day, you know, the attitude is a problem. The attitude's obviously a problem. But to me, it's just a matter of integrity. I'm not going to name any names for what I think are pretty obvious reasons, but one year at our Christmas party, we had a very substantial perk. I will call it. It was it was a large, valuable, interesting thing that happened. And we had someone who attended who we knew was probably not going to make it. And it was one of those things where we had made the decision, but we were in a position where it wasn't about stringing someone along. It was about that it was Christmas. And I just don't have it in me to give someone the boot, 2-3 weeks before Christmas. That in my mind is a monstrous thing to do. I mean, obviously there's never a good time to dismiss someone. I hate firing people. It's caused problems for me in the past, how much I hate firing people. But it's we decided to do this thing, and there was a big debate among senior managers that kind of went, okay, so do we give them this thing? And the answer was yes, because the deal is, if you're in the LMG family, you are in the LMG family.
Oh God, it's a pan.
Such time as you are not in the LMG family. And then a really funny thing happened was, Luke knows this, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you describe the giveaways at the LMG Christmas party?
What are you watching?
I don't want to be cliche, but like
apparently we're watching Linus Tech Tip.
I've never witnessed anything.
Well,
on that
he's
scale.
telling a
And
story, but
I
it's
went to early
getting to a
packs and
point.
It was nuts. And when we would literally
Sparky
there'd be 3
live?
of us and we'd
Yes.
No, he's not
work
live.
with
He
giveaways every
Wesley's
pack.
not in a corner,
Back then, that
mentally
wasn't even
masturbating
close
as he's trying to
to
clean
the
out a
Christmas
room.
party
Gil's
scale.
not
So,
there
like,
doing anything
yeah.
exciting.
We did
Nor
stuff
is
this year that
Mansquatch.
wouldn't fit in your van.
Yeah.
No, we're not live.
It was pretty cool.
I actually had, yeah.
Okay, good to
He was,
know.
like going around delivering things to people's houses.
Had to rent a
Rogue
U-Haul.
loves firing
Anyway,
people.
Yeah.
the point is, that
I make it
particular
fun
individual
for me.
also walked away with like 6 or 7 grand worth of Christmas
Rogue.
party giveaways.
Why must you be so
And
difficult sometimes?
The reason I'm
Well,
telling this story
look, at the end of the
is
day,
not because
sometimes you
I
have to
think I'm
fire a
some
person.
kind of
You've got to be
amazing
very
guy
creative in
for
doing
treating
it.
people with the basic or of having the basic attitude of, if I say I'm going to do something, then I need to do it. It's that I consider that to be basic, and everyone needs to just do that.
Ow! Leg grip! Ow!
That's all I have. That's all I kind of have to say about that. So that whole thing took place a few years ago.
It's called Luke,
It's
and you got to
all-
remember to
it's all
moisturize before
water
you
completely
do
under the
anything like
bridge.
that.
That's why I feel like I
Leg
can kind
cramp.
of talk about it. I'm not going to name any names.
Ugh.
Nobody. I guarantee you.
People aren't
How
gonna
is that gonna
Nobody
help
will
me?
be able to guess it. It's just one of those situations where it doesn't matter if you kind of would have rather that prize went to someone who's going to like maybe still work there in a month. If you said the way it works is if you participate in the games and if you pick the right thing to put your name in and you get drawn, then darn it, you do it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. And I agree with
Point
all of
point
that, and then it gets so much
it
worse.
should be
Oh,
very
no.
clear and
because
easy.
he roasted the person. And then it goes on. The community backlash was really, really intense. OTK parted ways.
So wait,
Sorry, who's
what happened that
OTK?
they're
What's your
chatting
king?
about?
They're
Okay,
like,
so
Pause that.
crux of it, we have an artisan build by an ambassador computer building thing on Twitch. One of the bigger games on Twitch and that. So they decided to put out a sweepstake. You know, put a banner up on your page. And you qualify as an ambassador for the sweepstake contest to get a pre-built or a build rig from this particular company, these particular artisan type builds, right? So they ended up drawing a person live on their chat, live on air, and try to find a way to disqualify said person.
Disqualify them? Why?
Because that wasn't big enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to the conclusion.
Yeah.
Because the person themselves that put their name in the sweepstakes wasn't big enough?
Apparently. Well, again, this is something that, like I said before, and I'm going to readdress again. A lot of these sweepstakes are usually generally they have this, but if you're going to do it live in front of a lot of people, you're going to have to unfortunately give it away to the person that may have not have truly qualified or became the ideal individual that you wanted for that particular prize. If you wanted to really give it to Sally, but Bobby ended up winning, and Bobby is the worst one of the entire bunch, you kind of go, well, it was really shooting for this one, so we did it in front of everybody. We have no other choice but to follow suit and give it to the person because it makes us look good.
Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's like, she followed all the criteria, everything that was listed for the sweepstakes giveaway that they were doing, because this is a common thing that they do.
Yep.
She met everything, and the only thing you needed was to be a ambassador, and that's have their banner in the page of your Twitch channel. And you know, if they buy a PC through the banner that's in your channel, you get a kickback from it. But the giveaway was for ambassadors. She had been an ambassador for 3 months. They clicked on it because of the fact that she only had like 3,000 subs on Twitch, and across all social media platforms about 5,000. Then they looked and they said, oh, well, not a single person clicked on the banner. So, yeah, we're expelling you from the ambassador program, and we're going to redraw again from someone else. And they sit there and they berated her, they belittled her, they made fun of her, they kind of did, you know, fist pumps up in the air. Yes, yeah, we don't have to give this person a PC. And they got their dick slammed in the door because of it.
Well, good, because I'm going to sit there and say, yo, bros, you missed a good opportunity where you could have helped this person grow.
Oh, they did. She jumped up from 3,000 to 24,000 subs on Twitch. Jay's
after the backlash.
Cents, after the backlash.
No. I mean,
Jay's 2 cents personally built her a PC. And she's been getting sponsorships from like Intel, EVGA, and a couple other the big computer names.
No. But what I mean is before the backlash, before they were dicks.
It would have been great, but I again, this is a boutique building, you know, streaming system that's out there. They build very uniquely looking, you know, PCs and that, from what I'm getting. And instead of doing this behind the scenes and kind of go, our draw will be happening at this particular time frame, and we will be naming out the winner down the road, not right away. They decided to pull the rabbit out of the hat and got a person that they didn't think fit their bill. And instead of being the mature individual and eating the fucking cake, the shit covered cake that they created. They decided, you know what, we're just going to smear it all over ourselves and make ourselves look good because we're going to make up the rules along the way.
Yeah.
And then belittling the person, that just amplifies the underdog scenario, because you had a person who Kippa, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
She was a small streamer, just growing her audience. She's now become the underdog. She's being belittled by the key host, a white dude in a Michael Jackson type, jacket. And everybody's gonna rally around, making her, larger than life. Whether she really earns it or not, it's because of that underdog treatment. Everybody loves a good underdog story. These people are punching down, not punching up. This is a reason of why people within the social justice narrative have that screeching moment.
Well, and it's better. The whole thing gets better. So that sponsored bill was a Intel sponsored bill. They lost a sponsorship of Intel.
Yeah.
And comes to find out, because a lot of people did a lot of digging onto this post controversy, apparently he's in the process of losing his business because of tax evasion.
Yeah, I could see it. Like I said before, he looked like he had a good racket. Problem is, he showed his true colors live on Twitch.
And then he gave out the worst apology ever and made like a big sigh of, and we'll be giving a PC away to all ambassadors that are in the program. That one. And basically said, this won't happen again. And apparently, I guess he tried reaching out to Kia Pia. He also tried giving her the PC, and Kia flat out refused. Like, no, I got a kick-ass PC for my just 2 cents now. And
again, he done fucked up by doing what he did live on Twitch. I am sorry. Him going out of his way to look at her analytics to justify her reasoning to remove her from being qualified for a contest that she followed the rules to the letter, verbatim. So sorry that he drew the wrong person without doing the research. So sorry. But you're gonna have to accept it. Just, you gotta eat your shit. You made it, you eat it.
Couldn't happen to a nicer fella.
Hell, it wouldn't even been that bad if it was a sponsorship PC build and the quality of the PC build is determined on your followers. Fuck, that would have been acceptable.
Yeah. Again, all these parts are being sponsored by Intel, so there's no money on their loss whatsoever, so they're not losing shit.
Oh, they did. They lost the sponsorship of Intel.
No. Prior, they weren't losing anything. This was being sponsored by another company.
They lost big time by opening the fucking mouse.
Yeah, doing what they did, they sacrificed a lot more than just a PC that was a write-off for them. A write-off.
Yeah, they lost major big streamers that was backing them.
Yeah. Well, Wesley, if you want me to give you a PC, you gotta wait until I do a sweepstake.
But it's like, apparently their computers have had all sorts of issues. Linus later in that stream goes through and looks up. They had another PC that they gave away to someone, and it wasn't performing as it should, and found out that they ramped down the GPU by about 20% to fix overheating issues that were very easily remedied with other things. You didn't have to downgrade the video card. So they, very shoddy builds. Probably on the level of the Verge builds.
Yeah, no. Again, these are boutique people. They do not fully understand, computers for the most part. You can also say Newegg is also considered a boutique when it comes down to that particular electronic industry. Sometimes you get a really good build for them. Sometimes you don't. I'm not going to say all of them are pretty smart and in the builds. It's whoever's available and whoever has a degree of knowledge. I mean, look, I've had what is it, the Geek Squad from Best Buy show up and try to mount a TV on a wall, and again, it's not for me, but it's for one of my previous residents that I was taking care of a building, and the little Geek Squad was having issues putting up a TV up on a wall that really not really core, doesn't have any support, so it's a hollow wall, and they've got to figure out how to put this lightweight TV on it, and I'm like going, well, you're going to have to frame it.
Well, frame it or use drywall anchor studs, the big heavy duty ones.
Yeah, I'm like going, guys, because I was talking to the owner of the TV in question, like, so what? Why are these geek guys coming in and out of the building often? It's like, this is a third group I've seen so far. Oh yeah, we have this new TV, and we want to put it on this wall. Okay, so
what's the
this
issue?
is a fake. This is a fake wall. You just have to either anchor it or use some drywall screws in that to support it. It's not difficult. So what's their issue? Oh, they don't know how to do it. I'm like, really? Ooh, I could teach them how to do it. That's not my job. Here, what you should tell them is ask, do you have drywall anchor screws? That will help support the weight of the TV. You don't need a huge space for you don't have to bust down a wall or cause any more problems. You're just putting up the TV. You're not drilling in a hole to put the wires behind it or anything, correct? and they're like, no, we don't care if the wires are exposed. We just want this TV up on the wall. I'm like going, okay,
easy enough.
Anchor it. You're done. It shouldn't be
rocket
science.
No, I mean, so simple, even I can do it.
Yes, I have.
We wouldn't go that far, Pan.
Look,
Hey!
you on the other quest is kind of questionable, but when you actually do something, you probably do it correct. But 65-inch square TV up on my wall, no questions asked. Anchored that bad boy, hasn't fallen down, and I didn't need to have a geek squad to show up to do the work for me.
And Pen, here's the difference between them and you. They showed up.
Oh. Oh.
You finally got the bird. I got it right away. Oh.
Oh. Ow. Sparky. Ow.
Well, I mean,
am I wrong?
No. Why is that necessary?
I will have to give her some degree of encouragement. She has been showing up on time for her Final Fantasy 14 moments where she gets to be a hope, but coming in to do other shows and that, it's rare that she's here.
No.
You guys put Pen out to sleep. Yes, we did.
Ow, what? Why are you so mean?
We all yelled you pretty quick.
Why are you so mean?
Because it's been a while since you've been in here. It was a long time coming.
I had other kind of interesting things that were given to me by Lone Wolf after having him experience his brother's conversation with you. I like the factor that Lone Wolf's girlfriend concluded that you and Drago are now a thing. Busley, you got to step up your game.
Wait, what?
Yes. So Dragonith is its birthday today. Yesterday, he spent some time with his brother and his brother's girlfriend to do whatever shit that birthday boys wanted to do. And spent time with aliens. So regardless, getting down to it. So they were in a drive-through, setting up to get some grub. So they're waiting in queue to get some grub. Now Pen, she's in the GNF voice chat. She blinks that she's in chat, and Dragoneth decides, you know what? While I'm waiting here for my grub, I'll chat with Pen. Now, Lone Wolf's girlfriend, she goes to Dragoneth, well, to the open car as it is. Is that your girlfriend that you're talking to? Oof, that was awesome. I got that as a DM from Lone Wolf himself.
Yeah, I know. Dragon
awesome.
told me that he was going to say.
Damn. Damn, you're making your way around the block, Pen.
Just remember that anything that deals with Dragoneth, I will find out very quickly.
What? KG wasn't enough?
Wesley, KG, and now Dragon. I mean, seriously, I know I probably hurt your feelings in your heart when I said there was no possible way that we were going to be a thing. I understand, but you know.
We missed you. Hey, Pen, we missed you.
I did not want to go down the whole Lannister kind of lineageship. I mean, I know we're not truly related, but seriously, it's you know, you don't want to do your siblings. Just doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh,
I mean, unless you're in Alabama or something, but you really don't want to do your siblings.
Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, why don't you watch Oimeo?
Yeah, pretty much. Dragon is very mean to Pen, so I can't see why that. I can't see that working long term unless Pen's into that. Here she is, folks. She pretty much takes a beating every now and then, so I think she has that kind of issue. Man.
Oh man, that reminds me of an anime I'm gonna be starting a watch club on. Has anyone heard of the show Horimiya?
Yes, unfortunately.
Pen, have you?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna share some clips.
Be sharing things.
Yep. There we go.
Better known as for some, I believe, True Tears.
True Tears?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called originally. Not originally, but I think it's called True Tears.
Okay.
No, it's a romantic slice of life.
This is one that actually me and Tyro is gonna do. Because I actually heard that this is actually pretty good, and it just got done airing, I believe. All right, I've got it up, Pen. If you want to jump in.
Yeah, jump in.
I knew I spelled it wrong. That's a feather on your head.
Excuse me?
Personality, right?
Why does he look like? What does he look like? No, Neofumi.
That's because it's a style of art. This is like a split personality kind of thing. You have one successful schoolgirl and a quiet loser, and they're building a relationship kind of thing. He's going back and forth. He's got his own issues.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
No, just no.
Basically, these are two parties that have agreed to keep their secret identities, like their true selves,
The true
separate
selves.
from the actual student body that they have to deal with. So,
Yeah.
the male who is really a school nerd who keeps to himself for the most part, he presents himself as a more of an aggressive individual. She, who is usually the most spontaneous individual that goes out of the way to do things, she's making herself into subservient. It's all illusions. It's whatever high schooler does. They usually don't show off their actual true feelings.
Weird, but okay.
Obviously, you've never had what's considered split personalities, or at least one personality that you'd use at school and a different personality you'd use with everybody else.
I could definitely say no. No, I have not, Rogue.
Yeah, let's see. I've seen people that actually do that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a weird, interesting show. I know a little bit of the premise behind it, but I don't know a lot of it. I heard it's really good, so yeah.
Well, I mean, it is with the defunct Funimation, so I mean, it is a Gonzo production.
Well, it was a OVA back in like 2000 in the 2000s. So I mean, it's not like it hadn't been adapted already, but this is like one of the. They did the same thing in this one, like they did with Fruits Basket. They just redid it.
This is definitely a Square Enix publication for the most part. It is your romantic comedy slice of life kind of thing. You are looking at what most high schoolers believe what they should be presenting themselves in high school as, until they realize that it's
all a lie and fabrication.
Yeah,
and designed to
designed
to confuse or manipulate.
To a degree, yeah.
But like
then they grow up and they realize that you don't have to impress everybody. So there's that. Some people don't. Some people never grow out of that.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it
yeah, but with Anime Watch Club on STC Watch Club, shows are still coming out persistently. We're in the middle of recording Record of Lodos Wars, which is something that KG brought up to us. It's interesting. Everyone in the group seems to like it. I'm kind of on the fence about it because it's like I don't get what's going on. We're like on episode 6.
Which one?
Record of Lodos Wars.
Oh, you're gonna have a ways to go before you finally catch on when it's supposed to be.
Yeah, they KG's already explained that one to me. But we got done with Maiden Abyss, and the movie. We're waiting for season 2 to come out when we start releasing that one, and when season 2 does come out, we're gonna start recording that one. We're also in the middle of doing, me, Atheist, KG, and Tyro. We're doing Regular Lodos Wars. Me, KG, and Tyro doing My Dress Up Darling. Sakugan, and me and Tyro are gonna be doing begrudgingly Overlord.
Okay.
But I'm only doing season 1.
Alright.
I told him, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing season 2, and there's no way in fucking hell I'm doing season 3. And then we're doing same time we're gonna be doing Horimiya. We got 3 episodes left of My Senpai's Annoying, and yeah, that one's just been a slow one to get through because of scheduling conflicts with Captain Hook, myself, and Tyro. We got some more that we're gonna be doing. See, me and KG are gonna be doing the Macross movies and the Pat Labor movies coming up soon. But yeah, besides from that, all those are shows that probably drop around either sometime this year or sometime next year. Because, like I said, we've already got a full record. We got a full board already. So, openings, unless we move stuff around, openings won't be opening up for new shows that we're doing now until like 2023. So that's I tried having a back catalog of stuff, so I had stuff to put up, and well, whenever the channel got taken down and put back up, that was everything out on the back catalog, so everything's just coming back out slowly.
No, that would do it. That would actually cause some problems for some.
Yeah, and then me and Tyro are gonna fiddle around with, because we've also noticed that the numbers on ST3 Watch Club aren't doing, they're not banging out numbers. They're probably around 10 to 20 views, which is
It is a slow build, but I would have to say it isn't because of the lack of popular anime.
Well, Tyro has an idea. He wanted to do this on like one of the opening sets on like the weekday lineup, and it's like what he wants to do is he wants to do one of the newer shows that's getting ready to come out. That way we have something that's concurrent that comes out with the show. And it's like I told Tyro, it's like, we can do that. I've got the editing capabilities, and I've got the programming capabilities now to bang out a show very quickly, very fast. Again, thanks again for that, Ro.
You're welcome.
But it's like, yeah, let's do it on a Saturday. So if like we're waiting for spring 2021 to start doing this, and we're gonna pick one of the spring 2021 shows it is with, and it's gonna be coming out side by side with the show. So like if it drops on Friday, we'll be recording it on Friday and or Saturday, one episode, get it edited, get it uploaded, and get it out that same week, and see if that helps bolster numbers, because that's how we did with Redo a Peeler, and it helped out a lot.
To a degree. I mean, I have looked at the other animations that coincide with that. Though WWIII Healer was somewhat popular, it also did create a bit of weakness for the other ones that you have or had.
It did.
Yeah. So regardless of whether it was simulcast or whatnot, it unfortunately it doesn't bring a lot of attention. Doing something brand spanking new. You have to have something that is intriguing, that isn't exactly the same thing that everybody else is doing.
Yes, and that's the and the kind of stuff that I do on STC Watch Club is different. The only other ones that do the kind of exact same thing that I do would be Blind Wave.
Yeah.
And they do pretty much the same thing. They do the stretch is the exact same as mine. Yeah, so I went back in and I looked over some of their stuff some more. They go through and they, talk about either the upcoming episode or the last episode, get into the show, start watching and reacting to the show, and then afterwards kind of give a overall review of that episode.
Yeah, but how long is it?
Actually, it's around the same time frame, if I remember right. Let me.
We have to remember when I say when I ask that question, I actually I'm focusing on a certain person and his time constraints.
Actually, the time constraints that's been working out in the shows that we've been doing. We've been stopping like around 45 minutes to an hour, and that's with everyone talking, not just one person. So that's not an issue. But like let's bring up a anime that they've been doing. Alright, so like Demon Slayer, Naruto, the video's around 16 minutes, 12 minutes.
Okay, so
but those are unique ones because the way they do those, they do the intro and then they do the review segment. But to watch the actual reaction portion of it, you gotta go to the website to watch the reaction. So they've got the video split up.
Yeah, that's where.
But like shows like Star Wars Rebels, which is the whole entire thing, they will flip up the reaction and just like give out the substantive bits, and then everything else on top of it. Those are like around 25 minutes to 40 minutes, just depending on the episode, how long they use, and how long to talk about it. So. Same time frame, and with all the cuts that I've been doing, but
that will help.
Yeah, all the cuts. It's greatly reduced the length of the videos down from like an hour 20 minutes, hour and a half, to like 50 minutes, hour 10 minutes. So
you want to make sure that you have a good time constraint going forward. Plus, you want to make sure your casting is proper. It doesn't necessarily have to be completely knowledgeable within the source material. It just has to have a good reaction. That's a different take than what that's already been out there.
Oh, I think a reaction to Mania and Best movie was priceless. Well, actually, KG's reaction to like episode 9 or 10, I can't remember. I think it was 10. KG's reaction episode 10 was priceless. Let me bring that up. See if I can't find it.
Slayer, you stabbing people in the back again? I mean, seriously.
People in the trunk.
Just remember, auto-targeting is your friend. Targeting is your friend.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. We can snipe you from afar or very close to you there, Pen.
I don't want to be sniped.
Auto-target.
Sniper, no sniping.
You get snippet.
I don't want to be sniped.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the price we all pay.
Don't snipe me, bro. I'll snipe you back.
You hope you can.
Oh, I know I can.
You think?
No, I know.
You know?
No,
Are you sure about that?
I know.
All right.
Test me, bro.
Don't have to. I just wait for you to actually do it.
Just do it.
I beat the tree sentinel. Congratulations. Did you beat it?
All right,
in one
here we go. Let's see if I can bring this up. Volume. Okay, there we go.
I accidentally mixed NyQuil and Robitussin once and got a feeling like that.
Okay.
So yeah, this is episode 10, I believe.
We have seen you played video games, Penny of Terrible Aim. The Tree Sentinel beat me over 20 times. Look, you didn't scream out racist, that kind of thing, because you're a black player. I mean, seriously, Wesley.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
I mean, I thought that most black dudes like yourself, I mean full-fledged black dudes such as yourself, would yell at the TV and kind of go, "That's racist. You gotta let me beat you at least once." But no, the hell. What the hell is the purpose of having a black card if you're not going to use it?
Yeah,
The hell,
voice
Wes?
acting is absolutely superb. I mean, like,
The hell, Wes?
you know that she is, yeah. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh,
Contact me.
fuck you.
There we go.
Okay, the big reason I say that is because when I was a kid, I broke my arm. The doctor failed to set it properly.
And they had to re-break it?
They had to re-break it.
That's not fun.
No. And the injections they gave me to make that happen did not work all the way.
And she's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not, sedated.
There's no anesthetic.
No.
Nope.
God. No. Yeah, that's about right.
Yep.
Nope. Nope.
Oof. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is definitely wow.
And now he's just like, holy shit, I did that.
But no, KG's reactions to some of the portions of the show was priceless. And it's actually really well because KG actually didn't like the show.
I do like the inception of Sparky within a Sparky.
Yeah.
Could he show up on the screen somewhere? Ah, jeez. The differently and yeah, I mean the outfits are slightly different. Paris is also off. I mean, one's with the hat, one's out with. I mean, it's almost like looking at an evil Sparky and a good Sparky.
Are you a good Sparky or a bad Sparky?
Red pill Sparky, blue pill Sparky.
Pretty much. I mean,
because one's wearing a red shirt, I'm wearing a blue shirt.
Yeah. Though it does come off kind of gray actually on screen for whatever reason, but I know.
Yeah, it's blue.
No, I gather with the tinting. So, look, Wesley, just because Biden made you white still doesn't take that away from you from screaming that is racist. Remember when we watched Sparky watching Sparky? Yes.
When was that?
That was a while back.
Oh no, I know what that was. That was the video of KG saying that Pacific Rim: The Black was the best mecha anime of all time.
Yeah, that was Sparky within Sparky within Sparky. That was a weird inception.
Yeah.
It was that day we realized there was more than one Aaron.
Like my character is
Yeah, we also found out. We also found out that the Saskatoon Sparky does exist and showed up at
Saskatchewan.
Yes. Yep.
You seen that, didn't you, Pin?
No.
You didn't see the Saskatchewan Sparky? Ooh, wow. Okay, so at the Freedom Convoy, their Fry He's going up and down the streets, of downtown Ottawa, and passes one of the actual convoy encouragement individuals. I can't really say he was in an actual big rig truck. He was in just a standard truck. He's there to support. He came from Saskatoon, and he was pretty much a spitting image of Sparkles.
Back when I had long hair.
I was waiting to hear the lisp. It was that very close, though he was from Saskatchewan, so it's kind of helped out. And he's also an engineer. Sparky is an engineer.
Sparky, stop having your,
He's doing everything by osmosis, I believe.
stop having your clones run about.
Bring in the clones. Okay. I'm putting this in the back office. So
yeah.
There you go. You can click on that link. It'll take you to my Discord and memes.
Yeah.
And just for reference, I will share this as well.
Yeah, no, the Kakistinian Sparky, as most would call him, Canadian Sparky. He is from Saskatchewan. He is the Saskatchewanese Sparky. So, yeah, I believe Antoine found him.
No.
What was it? Or who else? Who was the first one to or was it Man?
It was Man Squatch that did it.
Really? It was Man? Oh, okay. So I will have to give the elusive one himself the kudos for that one to find your doppelganger for.
Yeah,
I mean,
another doppelganger. That's like 5 of them now. We know of. He even has a cowboy hat and a Coke, which, I mean, I got my Coke right here, and I got my cowboy hat right here also, so.
Well, he has different markings. He does have a tattoo, so that does, he stands out. It's almost like a clone. He's found a way to make himself stand out.
Stand out. Above the crowd. Yeah.
God damn it, Sparky, I was just thinking about that. I wasn't going to start doing it, but you did it. God damn it.
I mean, you can see that the beautiful, white hat that he has on the dash. He's also got his Coca-Cola, which is not that far away from him. Hell, he could probably have a cigarette or a few things that are tucked away.
Wearing a black hoodie.
Mm-hmm. Probably driving a Ford or a Cherokee or we don't know at the moment. I mean, really, that does kind of look a Ford setup, but we don't know.
I want to say that's actually a.
Is it
Dodge?
A Dodge?
I want to say it's a Dodge.
I would have to. I mean, I know some of the newer models they have similar dashes. But yeah, he's got a CB up in the.
He's got 2 of them.
Yeah, I noticed he's got the CB up there. So I mean, really, he's hamming it up. He's definitely ready to go. And
that's one is a ham radio. The other one is a CB. So
yeah.
If you see the handle on the left hand side, that one is a ham radio.
You're a ham with a radio.
And people wonder why we throw shade at you.
What?
Leave me alone.
Oh, throwing shade at me. Oh, well, that's just normal. What? Don't you know about hashtag blame Pimpin?
Yeah, I know. Her with her corny jokes. Jeez.
You leave me and my corny jokes alone.
Alright, later, Gil.
Is he allowed to leave? I don't know.
Well, it's not like I could just, tie him to the computer, so.
You could. I mean, it's not difficult. Just hunt him down and just tie him to his You know, that's interesting. I was looking at the Dragon Ball Z creative for the further dash because of a broken window.
Yeah, that's I found that was pretty interesting.
That is,
I mean, that
is
it
very
works. It works.
Yeah, it gives it purpose. Gives it purpose. Though I'd be very careful. I mean, you know, a little bit more impact, you probably lose a good windshield. But you know, still, a little bit of resin that'll actually help.
Resin ain't gotta fix that.
I said a little, not a lot.
However, we all gotta listen to something because I think this is true, and this needs to happen.
That the Batman is not as great as movie as most people think it is.
No.
Oh, okay.
If you click on the link or you click on the live, you'll see.
I'm clicking on live things again. I mean, the last time I clicked on something live, I ended up seeing something very questionable.
Yeah. Hey, Lindeb.
What are you doing?
We're streaming. Alright, here we go.
Yeah.
This is... Lynn, you can probably tell me if this would walk or not. So, just listen to this.
Hi, Pin. Hi, TC. See, I can't even read. Hi, TC.
Hello. You call me Rogue, and most people do. Or you can talk, call me the Canadian asshole. Your choice. I give it up to you. I respond to all.
Canadian asshole. How about Canadian neighbor?
There you go. That works too.
Okay, play this damn thing so we can see what you're talking about.
Okay.
Washington, D.C. I guess the Department of Homeland Security is here in Washington, D.C. Is that true? One of the most useless organizations on the planet. They came up with a... Now, I really didn't even have an opinion about that, and I don't care if you do. But my mother called me one time, and she was scared because the heightened state of awareness went from yellow to orange. And she said, son, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, Mama, nobody knows what to do. Does anybody in this room know what to do different when the heightened state of awareness goes from yellow to orange? No, you do not. Because it is useless. It means nothing. Nobody knows what to do different if it changes from one to the other. Yeah, now I get it. That's a heightened state of awareness. If I'm in line to get on a plane and the guy in front of me needs 2 loads of phlegm to pronounce his name, I'm checking his shoes for fuses. And I don't care who knows it either. And it's not being racist, it's profiling.
Oh.
I went on the computer and I found out there are 5 heightened states of awareness. I'd only heard of 2, yellow and orange. Turns out there's 5. Blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Apparently, when the heightened state of awareness is blue, you don't even need sunscreen. You can walk outside naked. My wife said, well, why don't you come up with a better system? All right, give me 10 minutes. Here's the Ron White heightened state of awareness system. It's only got 2 heightened states of awareness. Go find a helmet, put on the damn helmet. That way I can answer my mother's questions. Ron, it's put on a damn helmet day. What do we do? Put on the damn helmet, Mother. Thank you, son. We're so proud.
You gotta love Ron White. It's like, yeah, dog shit is dog shit.
Like a poopapalooza in here. No. Actually, it's very interesting. What's your take on the whole Russia-Ukraine BS?
It's wagging the dog. Let me ask you guys a simple common sense question. If you buy a piece of land or you take a piece of land, what's the first thing that you got to do to that piece of land in your closing costs? Don't you have to have your borders, your boundaries and shit surveyed and find out the border of your property?
You would think, yes.
How come Ukraine's been sitting over there scratching its ass for 30 years and never registered their borders?
The Ukrainians, they were always part of Russia, and then they decided to be their own, individuals. They forgot that most of the people who are bordering Russia may still want to be Russian.
The problem is when they broke off 30 years ago, it was their obligation to go and have their borders registered with the United Nations and whoever else in the international thing, if you don't want to be annexed back into Russia someday.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
no, because
today is that someday.
Well, no, you also have those two neighboring states, we'll call them that, provinces if you're Canadian. Best way to explain them. Those two neighboring, they're butt up against the Russian borders. They claim themselves as being free independent states. They want to join back with the Russian Union.
That's their choice. That should be their choice if they want to. Now here's another one. Mr. Rogue.
We'll go ahead.
Do some research.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other countries out there that didn't register their borders either that are fixing to be annexed back into where they belong. Taiwan being one of them.
I know. I've been paying attention for a lot of our global economy, dollar going up and down because of the crisis. We'll put it that way. Most of the Western dollars have gone up.
Well, you know what scares me worse than Russia's nuclear weaponry? A group of people get in a room and they could tell a Visa and MasterCard and the rest of these some bitches. Pull the plug.
Isn't that
no time out?
Isn't that the exact same thing I opened the stream up with? I said the exact same fucking thing.
And I haven't talked to him. Son. And I haven't talked to him since
3 weeks.
Yeah.
No, I had a great degree of concern the moment that Facebook, all you big media companies, out of nowhere said, "Yeah, we're shutting down all forms of communication from Russia, going in and out." I'm like, going, wait.
Well, first of all, let's. Oh, wait. Let's back this up. These chicken shit bastards done this 3 weeks ago to the Canadian truckers up there. People who donated $5, $10 to that little trucker convoy got their bank accounts froze and their credit cards canceled and their insurance pulled.
Actually, no, that's not entirely right. Not the people who donated to it. It was people in the area.
You'll have the right thoughts and you'll like it.
Pretty much, she was kind of going the right direction. Glad that you did a bit of clarification. But, yeah, the adjacent areas, those people, and those who were responsible for said trucker or freedom convoy, they had their freedoms in that taken away from them unjustly. It's actually been proven by our own federal departments of welfare and that deal with espionage and terrorism, financially speaking, and they pretty much told our federal government that you should have never have done it.
Okay, let's back up here and clarify this.
Yeah.
The truck drivers got their accounts froze, most of them.
The truck drivers.
Okay, time out. Yeah. There was also 4 people who was bringing diesel into them truck drivers and giving it to them that got their goddamn accounts froze too.
In the immediate area.
Yes.
People who donated to the GoFundMe and the Gifts and Go never had that happen to them.
Well, why did they have to go to Gifts? Wait. Why did they have to go to Gifts and Go in the first place?
Because GoFundMe were a bunch of
an American company was told by a Canadian government to cut ties.
To freeze their GoFundMe account or whatever it was.
Yes. And it was illegal, and yes, that's right. But people who donated to it, either, they qualified for a refund or they got refunded. They didn't get their accounts suspended. They didn't get their assets frozen or anything like that. They qualified for a refund or they got a refund. So it's one of those two. Or it's still up in limbo and they haven't done anything with it. That's up to the people. Now, the whole give, set, and go thing is a little bit different. It got hacked and people's names got released on who donated to that one. If they didn't use alias.
Not Gifts and Go. Yeah, Gifts and Goes did. Yeah, they did. Okay. But here's your question.
Yeah.
If I want to donate to anything, it ain't nobody's damn business.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the whole thing with that whole deal, too. The Canadian government, 4 weeks ago, before the whole protest started, in order to do that, they had to register as a non-profit LLC. Guess what?
Yes.
The Canadian government granted the Freedom Convoy a LLC.
Yeah. The financial department of the Canadian government granted it. See, this comes back down to Trudeau fucked up.
He did. He did. He bent over like a shotgun, and he got it.
Yeah, pretty much. He done fucked up. Not only did he call an emergency act, which hasn't been invoked for
never.
Years. This is the first time that we've actually had to invoke this particular thing. The last time anything like this was invoked was in the 70s, and that was for his daddies, and that was because of an actual terrorist organization from Quebec gunning down political, officials and that. So there was a legit reason of why to do so. This, when it came down to anybody who is within our federal structures, who do the checks and balances to make sure everything is legit, they said, you can't do this. You have no legal obligation. There's nothing that you can do to do this. But because I'm the prime minister, I can do whatever I want. He decided to do so. And
yeah, he said, hold my Kool-Aid and watch this.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And then he found out it was going to cost him more on the legal front than anything else. So he backtracked very quickly.
No, I think he was a test run. They did it to the Canadian peoples, and now what are they doing? They're doing it to a country. Mm-hmm. But here's a question: if these big businesses had this kind of power, why didn't they do it to Iran? Why didn't they do it to China? Why didn't they do it to Syria and Afghanistan when they were going rogue? They didn't.
I know. Problem comes back down to how much power do these officials really have? Because we're looking at technical espionage here. So technology on either side are pretty good. The Chinese know how to infiltrate, so do the Russians. The Americans only know, the Western Front, we'll put it that way, only know how to shut off anything that's within their areas of structure. Because if you look at the Russian finance, they only lost about a cent when it comes down to anything.
Well, if I was Russia, what I'd do is I'd open up all my nuclear silos and I'd pull the rockets up and I'd say, you guys need to rethink this bullshit.
Pretty much
on the wrong side of history.
Yeah, pretty much what happened. So deals with China, India, Pakistan, and a few other have come out of the woodworks. Have been now.
You forgot Mexico. That was a surprise.
I know that are now larger than life. That I don't think anybody fully realized. I knew that there was the coalition that was being created prior to the Obama years because the Russians have been doing dealings with other people without anybody really talking about it. But I've been paying attention to that, kind of going, I wonder what the Russians are doing. They're making a lot of weird deals with people that make merchandise. They have both India and China in their pocket. Kind of weird how that worked out. And then here we are now, many years later, and you kind of go, oh, I can see the forethought on that one. Makes a lot of sense.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Correct. And because the other countries, the ones that are a bit smaller, that are trying to get up to the next rung, are looking at the first world nations, banding together just because of a few faux pas from their side and allowing it to go through. and saying that no, Russia is the big bad baddie in this one, and it turned out that no, really was an English, prime minister that kind of fucked that one up.
Well, here's a good question. If Russia's so bad, why do we depend on them to take our astronauts up there to the International Space Station and bring them back?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's the other thing. You also depending on their oil, in order to keep everything afloat in most nations, Western nations. I mean, United States is one of the biggest importers of Russian oil.
And we shouldn't be, because we can be independent anytime we want to. And our dickhead Sleepy Joe asshole in the basement decided to pull a plug on that.
Mm-hmm. Keystone Pipeline. There was a few things that was happening in Alaska that would have been a huge.
Keystone didn't hurt us as bad as it did Canada, because the pipeline was going out of you guys' country, not mine.
Would have helped more of Alberta, but because a portion of it was coming into BC really didn't want anything to do with it because of their way of the way how they have this particular province structured. We have protection of our trees in that. Our trees are pretty much our resource. So if anything happens with any of our trees, we're pretty much hooped. So I can see some of the arguments. So if you want the pipeline, you keep that all in Alberta, but a portion of it was supposed to leak towards kind of where that borderline was. And we were like, yeah, no mas, you can't do that. So there was that. They eventually figured it out, and it was going to go through all of Alberta, which was fine. But for whatever reason, Alberta not only got hit because of Trudeau's arrogance and not using a bit of forethought when it comes down to the Albertan oil fields and oil sands, but also the Keystone line, because he purchased it.
So he's sitting there with a worthless piece of pipe right now.
Yeah. Basically, all of Canada owns this thing, and it's not making anything. It's useless to us.
So we wasn't the only one who got screwed.
Yeah.
It's always good to have a buddy on the couch,
Well, it's not only that, but whenever you got Elon Musk stating openly now, yeah, we need to open up the U.S. oil reserves now, even though this will negatively impact my company. However, we don't have a sustainable energy source yet that can replace it. So until then, we've got to rely on it.
Do you know, Elon Musk is a pretty good, cool kid.
Huh?
And if you go back and watch him from when he was younger coming into this thing, he'll tell you, point blank, my electric cars and trucks are not to replace fossil fuel, but to work with it in a joint venture, because he said there's no way that we can get totally away from fossil fuels. There's no way. The environment will not let you.
Well, there's a way, but nobody wants to use it.
It's called nuclear. But the problem is everybody wants to have these electrical items and that, and unfortunately, you have to ask the big question: how are you going to power these things? Where is this electrical power coming from? Oh, it's coming from the wind, and it's coming from no. We don't have enough equipment to actually pull the amount of draw needed in order to keep these things running.
It's like Orange Man Bad said, darling, you're not going to be able to watch your show tonight because the wind's not blowing.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And we have a lot of dreamers, not the ones that have, illegally parked in your country, but
those are anchor babies. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Definitely, I know, but no, a lot of dreamers who believe that this free energy market is going to be a thing, and it's going to be a long fucking time before it becomes a thing. We've got to figure out our battery sources first. We've got to store this energy.
Well, not only that, but just look, Texas had all them wind turbines down there and solar panels and shit, and that winter storm that came through about this time last year.
Yeah,
froze our asses off.
Time out. Yes and no. That is a part of it. That was a contributing factor to it. The another factor was the natural gas sources weren't insulated enough because they've never dealt with cold snaps like that cold before. So all the above ground piping, the natural gas, it did freeze. So
well, oops. I mean, you got to look at it from all 360 degrees, or you're going to have a problem there. I mean, geez.
Yeah. So it can't. As much as I want to contribute it all to the solar and wind, that wasn't all of it. It didn't help. That's for sure.
And then you have the hydro dams here that could have actually opened up the gates and relieved the pressure. Sitting there on their thumbs with their mind in China, sitting there going, we're going to let them hurt a little bit more. And it's like, no, you're not. So I got on the Indian tribes websites around here, Miami News Record and GRDA. And I said, what the fuck are you all doing? Having a fucking circle jerk? Open that fucking dam up. Start running some water and generate electricity. There's no reason why we should be out of electric here. I said, get off your ass. Quit trying to make a point. I see it. But you don't have people suffering because you want to be an asshole today.
Yeah, that's the same thing I have when it comes down to dealing with Russia. I mean, it's really nice that you want to shut off the entire, citizenships from existing with the rest of the world, just because they're oligarchies, they're big wigs. Having issues.
Well, it's like GODA here and Empire Electric and a couple other ones here is like, yeah, they were trying to initiate rolling blackouts to help conserve electricity, and well, that wasn't. We didn't need it because we have sustainable energy options. And
we got a hydro dam down there. That's what it was built for in 1945.
Yeah, so the only thing they had to do is just open up the spillways and waterways. And a lot of people, they were doing rolling blackouts, but there was a lot of them too. That was not because of rolling blackouts, it's because the grid was down. It's like, well, these rolling blackouts, there's two things going on. You had some of these companies doing rolling blackouts, and then you had some companies that had to shut portions of the grid down to do repairs from lines being dropped, from trees coming down lines and ice taking lines out.
You're being too friendly to him. You're giving him too much of credit. You're giving him too much credit.
It was part of it.
Hon, I lived through it. I watched it. I seen it. No. Where they were rolling their blackouts at, they didn't have no problems.
No, they wasn't, but there was places where they were. That's why I said it was a twofold thing. Both were happening, and a lot of people were confused of, why is that happening here? Why is it happening here? And, I think it's just a lot of fucking confusion going on, too. But, yeah, the rolling blackouts themselves should never have happened here.
Are you becoming soft as a snowflake? Do I have to come up here and beat you in the head and neck with a baseball bat?
We can always find out very quickly by asking the biggest question. What do you think of The Power of the Dog, that movie that just came out?
The Power of the who?
The Dog. It's a Cumberbatch film based off of cowboys in your neck of the woods. Well, not exactly, but in that area.
Have you seen Sam Elliott's reply to it?
Oh yeah, no, I've seen it. I'm asking.
I stick with the cowboy.
I'm directing it towards Sparky here.
I stick with the cowboy.
I've got to agree with Sam Elliott.
so he isn't as soft as we can think he is.
Sam Elliott?
No, Sparky.
No, I'm not soft. I'm just saying it happened. You can't discredit it. You can't say it's not this. It was that, but other things along with that. So I'm not becoming soft. I'm just speaking the facts as they are. Whether you agree with it or not, you know it's right.
You know it be true.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I look at it this way. I've gave them enough freaking money over the years to replace their infrastructure at least 4 or 5 times.
Fuck
and
that.
I'm sure that they could have figured out a way to fix
no. Fuck that. They flooded us way too many times to be that generous.
And they flooded us. Why? Because they won't clean their damn lakes and rivers and streams out. I mean, sediment builds up and it goes someplace else. You know.
Well, not only that, but it's like, but the finishing tournaments.
Yeah.
You know what? I could care less about a fucking fish when it comes to my house flooding.
Yeah, that's the same thing the Californians have when it comes down to.
Yeah, it's like when you
the
got
little
a fish,
minnow.
when you got a fucking fish swimming through your fucking front yard, is like, yeah, no, this ain't right.
Mm-hmm. All I can say, that's free food.
Hey, Sparky, get the fishing pole. Let's fish off the back porch.
We've done that.
Free food, thank you. Just put the.
We done it back in '93. We done it back in 2015-16. We done it back in 2019.
Honey, roll back those volleyball nets. We've got some dinner coming in. Ah, jeez. Yeah. And
No, I'm just. As far as the Ukraine deal is, I think that Russia sat there and he was telling UN and the NATO and the United States and the European nations and everything. And he said, "No, you can't have this. You need to fix this. This is wrong. This is happening." And they all ignored him for the last 15 years. And he says, "Okay, you're going to ignore me? Let's see if you'll ignore this." And he just went in there because, come on, man. As much as we bitch about Russia being our equal, and a little old country like Ukraine, they're saying is whipping his ass. I don't buy that. He's going in there with kid gloves, not to hurt the innocent,
right?
But to take out the corruptness. And they're making. Did you know that Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, was an actor, and in one of his films, he played the president of Ukraine?
Yeah, he did. I know. I know. As well as, yes, there is a unusual racism that does exist in Ukraine. It's been there. It's kind of baked into the cake, and it doesn't matter whether they have a Jewish president or not. Fuck it.
I've seen more corrupt
Just
Jews
just because you're Jewish
anything else.
doesn't mean you can't be racist.
Doesn't mean you can't be corrupt either.
Correct. I mean, look. I mean, I always have to kind of.
We got Pena as an example.
Yeah.
Wait. Leave her alone.
That is true. No, I was kind of looking back in history, kind of going, so how did all those, Jew hunters rounded up all those really weird individuals known as Jews? Oh, yeah, other Jews helped them.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, it's the same thing as like, yeah, all these black slaves. How do all these black slaves become slaves? Because their own people sold them.
Yeah, it was kind of a montage from that one.
Actually, I listened to a wise man who said just the other day, he said, folks think that slavery, back when the blacks were enslaved, forced labor and everything, that when the Civil War happened, we ended slavery. No, slavery still exists today, except they do it nice and easy and soft that nobody ever really steps up. He said, you're a slave to what? To the government, to the job, paying your taxes. If you don't, instead of using a whip on your ass, they just take everything you bought.
Pretty much, they'll shut you down social media wise. They will freeze your accounts. Make sure that you have a very difficult time trying to live within the society that they helped build.
Yeah, you know what I did? I called. I called Visa.
Yeah.
Because I have a couple of cards with them. And I said, I want to cancel my account. Oh, why? And I said, because I do not agree when you guys have enough power that you can cut a whole country off, people, government, the billionaires, whatever. And you don't even bat an eye, because if you can do that to a government that has nuclear weapons that could wipe out your main office in a heartbeat, I'm nothing. So, therefore, I'm not going to give you the power over my house. I'm canceling the card, and you can go screw yourself. I said, I'm done with y'all. And they were like, well, this will reflect badly on your credit report. And I said, it better not, because I don't agree with your politics, and I don't agree with your business model. And I paid my bills on time, and I have a good standing record that if you go past me terminating my card, So you better not mark it up on my credit report because I said I will be checking, and if you do, I said I'm liable to sue you for defamation of character because I didn't agree with the way you presented yourself.
Yep. Yeah, no. Again, these are people that think they have a lot of power over your credit, and unfortunately, yeah, they don't. You're the one that has that total control. You, the person, you have the ability to choose what you want to do going forward. Unfortunately, because we're living in the dawn again, early dawn of a globalistic reality. Yeah, they're hoping that we will turn a blind eye of the next generation that's coming up. They will open take the globalism open arms. And unfortunately, it does feel like there are some polls in that kind of agree with that kind of statement that the next generation is liking the idea of globalism for whatever reason. It's a bad idea, bad structure. But they don't want to own anything. They don't want to have any degree of responsibilities, and that number is growing. And it's because of the amount of propaganda being fed in the educational system.
Yep.
Right.
All bullshit.
Yep.
Hey, I liked your African engineering there, Sparky, on the little sled for the rocks. I was like, I wonder where he learned that shit from.
Hey, growing up, I had some inspirations.
You did? I don't know.
So whenever I bought this place,
Did you wait? Did you get them off both sides of the drive or just the one side?
Both sides.
And where'd you haul them to? To the back?
To the back.
To the back. To the back. To the back. Somebody else can worry about them big ass rocks.
They're by the utility areas, so the utility companies can deal with them. No, it's behind my house, behind the gate, behind the fence here, before the next door neighbors that's behind me. There's a small runoff where they have the electric lines and the cable lines run through the area. So it's just a bunch of wooded areas that's cleared out that they can get to all the lines, and there's a tree right there. I mean, it's where I throw all my compost at, my grass clippings and stuff like that, tree limbs, all that good stuff. I just put those rocks there. But it's like, when I bought this place, I had gigantic ass fucking boulders on both sides of the driveway. And at first, it's like, that's cool.
Until you had to maintain around it.
And until you gotta maintain around it, it becomes a major fucking pain in the ass, because most of those rocks have not enough space for me to get the moor between them. So you gotta read the entire goddamn thing, and it just becomes a pain in the fucking ass to take care of. And I've been waiting for somebody to come down with a skid loader to help me load them up, but they've never had the skid loader down here.
Well, thank you. I won $20 off of that bet.
Well,
I bet with your father that it would be a couple of years and you would have them gone. And then he'll realize why we jumped on his butt all the time for cluttering the yard with shit.
Hey, I've learned.
I mean, he has learned every time he electrocutes himself. There's an extra Sparky moment that shows up, and he gets a bit smarter each time.
Wait. You're not talking about the Christmas lights. Are you talking about a new electrical adventure?
I mean, Sparky electrocutes himself, it seems like on a regular, it feels like.
No, oh God.
Wait, I gotta hear this one. I know about the Christmas light bells.
But they don't. They do now.
Did you know about one of his recent ones when he was trying to test? What was it? A board of some nature that you believed was off? What was that?
No, this was about 4 years ago. She knows about that one.
Oh, okay.
It was the Onkyo stereo system. and one of the power planes was shorted to the ground, and that was the issue, but I didn't find the issue yet, and I had it off, but the capacitors were still fully charged, and I touched the ground plane with a screwdriver, and whenever I did that, it arced and got me.
Mm-hmm.
And it shouldn't have done that because it's the ground. So it's not like I was intentionally trying to touch something that was hot. It was the ground. So it's like...
Yeah, well, that day you just figured out the ground wasn't working.
Yeah, that's how I figured out the issue with the board. But no,
sometimes the way to fix things is just reach up there and just zap your ass.
Okay, so I know these two here are gonna ask the question now. What about the Christmas lights?
Yeah, what about the Christmas lights?
You ever seen them old time bells? They're about 8-9 inches tall, and maybe you guys haven't seen them, but anyways, they're made out of acrylic plastic, and
Unfortunately,
they got
I have.
Okay, they got lights inside of them. They play music, and there's like 2 of them, and you can hang them up, and they do all different kinds of things. Well, hell, I had them when I was, I don't know, 20 years old or so, and they worked when Sparky was first born, in '88. Anyways, they finally quit working. He was about, I don't know, 9. And then I kept telling him one of these days, I'll get him working one of these days. But I just, I was working all the time. And it's like, he finally got a screwdriver and he came in there and he was taking it apart. And I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to fix them. And I said, you're going to get your little shit shocked at you. Now stop it. And he's, no, I'll fix it. I got it. And pretty soon, all of a sudden, he reached down there and he grabbed a hold of something and he took a screwdriver and he did something else. And all of a sudden, I heard it zap. And I seen his eyes got a big around and silver dollars, and there was black marks on the outlet where it plugged in. And,
it blew the plug-in out.
And I was like, well, you're still alive. Okay, well, maybe you learned your damn lesson. Now I said, put the damn bells up.
I was 10.
But still, I mean, a new brain cell was exposed one day, and he got smarter. It seems like every time he electrocutes himself, I mean, after 100 times, that boy is going to be a genius.
I know. It's just, but he was supervised. I was right there. I could have gave CPR to him, or at least, I'd say, well.
Wait a minute. Wait. Christmas lights, right? Well, in Whoville, they say that Sparky's cerebral cortex grew 3 sizes that day.
That day.
Well, that was cool. And here all this time, Penn, you thought it was because he likes sparkles. No, he likes spark, literally.
Literal sparks.
No, I kind of figured that out with the rejected Robot Man, the Mega Man character that he has there. I'm like, oh, okay, he's got to do something with electricity.
I don't know. I always thought it was funny when he was testing some spark plug wires in the insurance, and he got it shorted out and got him good, and it shocked him more. I mean, scared him more than anything. Took him off guard, and he reared his head back up and he hit it on the hood.
What was that on?
Side note,
it was on your pickup or your car or something.
Oh, the old C10. Oh yeah, no, I found an open wire.
Oh yeah, you found it and ended up with a knot on your head.
So what was the side note there, Penn?
I had placed an order through Uber Eats. The restaurant actually completed my order, handed off the food to the driver, and then the driver all of a sudden canceled my order.
Well, congratulations.
I'm like,
well, he was hungry.
This bitch just stole my food. So I tried to call. I called the restaurant as well as placing a second order because luckily when it's canceled by the restaurant or driver, they don't charge you.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to place it a second time. And they're like, oh, we're sorry. We just ran out of the heavy cream that we use because I had ordered some fettuccine. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? So not only did the first driver steal my food, you guys don't even have enough to make another one. The hell?
Maybe the reason why they stole it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there is a surplus issue in certain areas of the world there, Pat.
Right? So
But
I just said,
You know,
fuck it, and I ordered some Japanese. And
well, come on, Pin. Get off your ass and learn how to make that heavy cream shit. And make your own fettuccine.
I mean,
Or better yet,
could,
date a
but-
Japanese man that knows how to make sushi.
Me
but anyways,
eat no raw meat.
anyways, no, we could tell another story. You remember Joe?
Who?
I'm talking.
I know
Lynn.
several Joes.
Oh,
Mechanic Joe.
Oh yeah,
I was
over
gonna say
Apple.
the resident in Thief.
Well, no, he was an old man. Well, not old man, but
old enough.
The same age as Lynn, so maybe.
No,
a
he
little bit
wasn't.
older.
He was 24 years older than I was.
Fuck, I didn't know. I've seen Joe in a long ass time. No, I was gonna bring up the tiller.
What about the tiller?
Whenever he was out there trying to fix an old tiller that my grandmother had, and he
hop off of here. So I gotta go figure out a food issue. So
okay.
Bye bye, Pin.
Adios.
Adios. But before you continue with your story there, Sparkles, I do have to point out that yes, Wesley, you're correct. It was about an hour or so, it feels like, that Pen before she ever said anything, and now the first thing she says or talks about is food. So, yeah.
But anyways, he was sitting there.
Hey, Max.
He was sitting there trying to fix the that tiller, and he's like, "Here, hold this wire." Okay. I had to have been 6 or 7 at the time.
Oh, is that when he cranked it? Is that
Yes.
So basically, what my hypothesis is becoming correct for every story that you're regaling here. And I'm like, so basically, every time that you got shocked, you got smarter and smarter. So that's why I say he just needs a good voltage, and he's going to be a super genius.
He's gonna be a super something or other.
Be like the guy from Crank.
He'll be able to conduct a lot of different things.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get out of here, gentlemen. I gotta go play the game.
Okay.
Which game? Elite?
Elite Daniels.
Tell Tress I said hi.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell him.
So what you're saying, Sparky, is if we hook you ever seen the first Incredible Hulk with his dad movie?
Yes.
If we hook him up to that super shock chair,
yes,
Sparky will become the most intelligent being on the planet.
He'll become the leader.
Crap,
his
but,
brain will just kind of just become like super big and dips.
Winslow says Spark Smart.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I saw the engine.
Okay.
That Sparky shared with all of us.
The what?
The video of the engine. The check engine light one.
I haven't been paying attention for.
It's in the Discord channel. You shared with everybody into
back
in the back office. Yeah, he shared it. He shared a link to it in the back office.
I don't remember.
This last link that he shared was the Sparky from.
Was it Kilgrave shared it, but you shared the link to it in the back office.
Oh, that's going back a bit. If KG actually did something.
There's a link in the back office. It's right there. I'm looking at it.
Well, repost it because I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking myself. Got the Canadian one. How far did that go though in the back office? I mean,
There, I just reposted it.
okay. Oh, that was the
Oh, that one. Okay, I see it.
Okay. That sucker stopped.
I've got to show that.
We were referring to the
Okay.
glasses, hat, bearded individual that kind of.
You're talking about all right. So yeah, here's one KG shared. I think I don't remember if I posted this KG or not. He posted. I don't remember, but yeah, this is yeah. Here we go.
My motor's knocking hard.
That engine has exploded.
Guess that service engine light was right on my dashboard.
It's getting its it's getting its treatment. It's getting a bit of a massage. It's soaking
And
itself.
for the edge is falling apart as it does it.
Well, that's what happens with some women when they start getting the extra treatments and that they start falling apart, and those beauticians have to creatively put them back together.
Yeah. Well, I am back from my vacation leave from my wife.
Being thrown out of the house?
Pretty much. No, this time it wasn't being thrown out of the house. That's the amazing part. It was, can I have a break? And I was like, can I have a break?
So you both took breaks from each other. Yay.
Yes. A long week.
There you go.
It was nice, actually.
But anyways, speaking about, shocking. I did get some new equipment in.
Yeah, okay. Is it anything that might electrocute you?
Good possibility.
There we go. So that means we have some really good viewing potential.
Draconith has arrived.
Because people keep posting
this thing
just in the back office, so I had to fucking look to see what the fuck's going on.
No, Sparky didn't know what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah, no. Basically, that link that we had originally was to showcase the Sparky from Saskatchewan, but Gemax was looking at the engine below it, gifted by KG, and yeah, there's
my motor's knocking hard tonight.
Yeah. But birthday boy, what's up? What have you been up to?
Well, I was gonna go play some D&D, but one of our members is having a low blood sugar, and his wife forbid him from leaving the house.
Oh, I can see that you have a weird little. What is that?
What? What is what?
I'm looking at Sparky's stream. He's got a giant red thing that looks like a.
It's a Variac.
I was gonna say, are you about to say a red rocket?
No. I wasn't too sure if it was a generator or something, but
it's a Variac. It's a Variac. So basically, it's an isolation transformer, is what it is. So when you plug it, in, it generates its own AC electrical current. So anything you're testing is kind of like not connected to the house electrical. So it's basically it's a transformer on a transformer is what it is, and on it I can set the voltage from between 0 to 150 AC volts.
That fucking reminds me.
Yeah.
So Sparky, you know a lot about inverters and all that. Was like setting up a solar panel.
That's beyond me.
I know a bit on that one because I've experimented with it. What do you need to know?
That's what I need to know. I have a relative who may have blew one up.
It is possible if you do it wrong.
Yeah,
he put 2 24s to a 12, I think he said.
2 24s to a 12. No, that can't be right. We're talking about like something that can like produce like 24 volts.
Took 24 volts.
So you're talking about AC or DC electrical? Sounds like you're talking about DC electrical.
I'm not sure. All I know is he said that he hooked up. He had solar panels and he had it was a 12. I think it was a volt, and it was a 12 volt inverter, and he connected 2 devices to it that had a total of 24 together.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And he blew
I need more information on that because if
Look, I would love to have more information for you, but let me also point out that this story came from someone who has lost his fucking marbles.
That is very possible.
Oh.
No,
when it comes,
it's not possible. It's been verified.
you okay. But when it comes down to the solar panels themselves, they actually are able to produce a certain amount of wattage, and they have to have a good inverter for the most part. But if you do overtax the inverter, it will blow.
Yeah, he overtaxed the inverter.
Sounds like by 2 times.
Yeah, he doubled it.
No, in this case by 10 times, because the inverter kind of shoots out a certain amount of wattage, and it tells you on the inverter how much you're able to push out.
Alright, so you guys are about to experience something.
You can get up to about 500 watts, give or take, on some inverters. Problem is when you get into a higher wattage, you have a good safety net. In a lower wattage, you don't have that safety net. So I don't know what his inverter was, so that's kind of a missing
Solar
piece.
panel.
No. Solar
Oh.
panel to invert. The solar panel is just a piece of glass that collects energy. The inverter, on the other hand,
I don't know a whole lot about his shit. I just know he told me about it, and when he told me what he hooked up, I was like,
he blew up his inverter.
oh yeah, he blew it up good.
All right,
He may have damaged the solar panels included in the process, but he blew up his inverter.
Yeah. Speaking of things blowing up, here we go.
What are you blowing up now?
Just so you all know, we're talking about belly buttons.
Well, I've got something in lives if you want to jump in.
For you to blow something up.
Yeah.
Okay,
there we go.
This already looks bad.
Is that a panel already?
Oh, there goes the white smoke. Oh, the white smoke. Oh, the black smoke.
Hang on, let's go back a little bit.
That's gray smoke.
That's
fine.
not supposed to do that, right?
No, you can do that. That's fine. The gray smoke is fine. It's right here where you start seeing a lot. That's black, gray. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah.
And then the white smoke comes here in a second. And then that's when it goes real bad. And you could make it's just burning oil at that point. That's the smoke right there. That's just oil burning. I believe.
No, it's fuel. It's just not.
But it's fuel and oil. With
it's
the
not
oil.
oil. It's not.
Oh, that's gone.
No, yeah, it's getting it.
Should have shut it down right then and there.
Yeah, you can hear the engine in this one.
You already hear a pop valve.
It's running right. Oh,
holy shit!
I do like how the fact that the guy was trying to crawl himself out of that one.
He's trying to get out of there. He was behind that firewall, at least. That might have been the only thing that saved him. Ooh, that went into the cab.
Yeah, it went into the cab.
Yeah, if you listen to that, you hear the engine take off. It basically started running away on itself.
Yeah, right there. The moment it sounds like the jet plane, it's dead.
That went through the firewall. You can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh, look at him. He's like crawling out.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. You look at him. He's trying to crawl his ass out.
Yeah.
But they had a control up to a certain point. It was the engine. The moment you hear it picking
that
up,
right there. That's when it started. That's when it started losing like head bolts or something.
Yes, and then the moment it starts making that screeching noise, you know you've lost control.
You right there. You hear it's getting higher pitch right now. And that's the screeching noise. And there it goes.
Yeah. Right there. Now you've got a jet plane, and you're waiting for it. Yeah, and then you got in.
Damn!
He moved. He was.
Yeah.
He had that. Yeah.
He was moving
for it.
Ow.
He did react quite quick enough because when he heard that thing ran away, he should have got out of there.
Well,
this is it's not running right now. He's slowly increasing the RPM up because they're doing a dyno test. Right there.
Right there. It's right there that they knew they lost. I mean, you try to recover, but unfortunately, at that point, there's no recovery.
He ran up to get it. He ran out of the truck, then ran up to get his buddy out of there. That was good of him, at least. Oh,
things are still running bad.
The wheels are still going.
Yep.
Do you think they can fix it?
Well, I think it's right off. It's definitely.
Yeah, the wheels are still going on a dyno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are gonna try out your new gifts I gave you.
I fucked with him a little bit.
Oh, did you enjoy
You
them?
fucked the gifts?
A little bit.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad that you a little bit that you enjoyed. Which one did you enjoy more?
The one you gave me that had giant spiders in it. Oddly enough.
I know most of you remember the old tour bus.
Cause
just listen to this guy.
You're welcome.
It's been slightly reduced, but this is it.
So that's not the tactical ones, was it? Or was it the other
We've got her tied full fuel. It's either going to get hot and lock up.
The one that the giant spiders was it? It's not the tactical.
Shadow.
One, like, was it the?
Shadow.
What's the other? Oh yeah, that one.
The tactic ones I haven't really gotten deep into. The shadow one looks more fun.
Yes, it is.
The golf one.
It's good with friends.
The friends, yes, is needed.
Yes, a friend that might have a golf game such as myself, or maybe
golf with friends.
Golf with friends.
You know what? I have that game.
See, you have a couple of friends that have that game.
That's good to know.
See, it's almost like I pre-planned that just in case.
It's not a bad game, especially if you download the separate courses that people made themselves. They're kind of fun.
That sounds bad.
Well, the flames coming out don't look good either.
But that's pushing an engine as far as you can.
Yeah, he's intentionally blowing it up.
That didn't blow up. That's kind of caught fire, but yeah, it's not blowing
There's a
up.
hole in that filter right there.
Yeah.
No, it's not a filter. It's coming out the dipstick tube.
Oh.
It's just getting more and more fucking blow by.
Okay, I was gonna say that doesn't look good at all.
Basically, we're watching Sparky porn, so it's fine.
This is Sparky porn.
This is Sparky watching shit go kaboom.
Yeah, this is his level of porn. I mean, he doesn't have to worry about the missus sneaking up on him. Kind of what you watching.
Yeah.
Two girls, one cup. That was his equivalent to two girls, one cup.
Yeah, this is his equivalent to it.
But except one bucket.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, for Wesley, there it has to do with a body pillow. A couple of them.
Jesus.
Oh, you missed out the fact that we had a pen here a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that too.
Yeah, she came in. She got dished. She went quiet. She's out scavenging for food.
Now, this guy's doing something you should not do unless you know what you're doing. That's fucking with the fuel rack.
Uh-huh. So when is he going to lose an arm?
Oh, just
Tell me we're gonna watch him lose an arm.
Just what?
I'm just waiting for him to lose the arm.
I want the hand to go.
I think he's going to lose some eyebrows as well.
That's not as fun as limbs.
Yeah. I mean, eyebrows, they eventually grow back.
Not always.
I said eventually.
Not always.
No, they do. They do.
It all depends on how much you burn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's running away. He's got to go.
That smart or dumb?
That's actually the only way to stop
You're killing
a one-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
He
basically
almost blew up
starving.
that engine.
You have to suffocate it.
There you go. He had done that. That engine was going to go.
Well, he knew he done fucked up the moment that he's like, oh shit.
He stuck that thing in there, and it got hit by the turbocharger. But he was like, I don't care, stop!
Yeah, he kind of...
That was a square block. It became rounded because he accidentally threw it in there at first.
No,
I mean, that would have worked too, but...
Minor replacements here and there, but yeah, no. Like I said, these are when people kind of figure out that they done fucked up something.
At this
There you
moment,
go.
he realized he had fucked
In
up.
this video, we're going to be discussing what is a runaway
Is it something about trains? Because
causes it.
apparently Sparky likes trains.
Apparently.
Definitely something wrong with
Did you get
That's
out of
perfectly
curiosity,
normal.
when Pin was here, did you get a chance to make fun of her for the new thing that happened?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
I gave that information to Sparky while she was on air.
What happened? What did I miss?
You missed out on having Penn get burnt by Sparky, and then scorched by me. And then Lindeb showed up. We had a pretty good conversation. Penn disappeared because her Uber Eats driver decided to cancel her order. Ate her food, and she wanted to reorder what she was going to get, and the restaurant ran out of heavy cream, and so now she's hunting for.
And road cut out.
I don't remember cutting out. Everything's green.
It's still here.
That's what I thought. Because I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at you. I mean, you guys hear him.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I hear.
All right. Well, with that, I'm not going to get going because I do have to start recording. So
yes, he's got to poop himself.
Okay.
Thank you everyone for showing up today. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, everyone come back next week. Later.
Yeah.
Later.
We'll do that.